Hey, Judy, what is going on, all my good Judys out there? Oh, well, you know what? It is about 10 o'clock Central Time, and here in Houston, and you know, tonight is just in a couple of hours, Madonna's 14th album, if I'm wrong. Now, I'm not counting compilations and everything, but if I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments, because I'm not perfect and nobody else is, but her album Madame X is coming out. I'm excited because the first, 4-5 singles are out. Medellin, I Rise, Crave. Now those are my favorites, okay? Dark Ballet. But you know what? Anyway, this is not that video. What this video is my favorite Madonna album, okay? Or the one Madonna album I feel like is very underrated of her 90s or her pre-2000s work. Let's say her pre-2000s work. And that is, yes, see that? Let me take it out the plastic. Yes, her I'm Breathless. Y'all remember this, right? Y'all remember what these are, right? I mean, I know some of you know. Look at that. Beautiful. This is my favorite Madonna album. Okay? And I do believe it is so underrated. You know, this album came out in, 1990. She, as you see, this is not a soundtrack per se, but it is music from and inspired by the movie Dick Tracy. Now, back, 80, 88, 89, she started preparing for this movie role. She started dating Warren Beatty. And so Warren Beatty, starred in this movie for Disney. Dick Tracy. Now, Dick Tracy was a very popular comic strip on a radio program back in the 20s and 30s, I do believe. Like I said, if I'm wrong, correct me in the comments, let me know. But I'm listening to it right now. So, and my first favorite song is He's a Man, as you can hear. Oh my, I love this. Ever since let's see, 1990. Okay, so I was 19, and I used to love, when this album came out, of course I bought it because of Vogue, because we were all crazy about Vogue when it came out. But believe it or not, to me, Vogue is just a piece of the album. It's, the rest of the album is really good. I really wished it was bigger. I wish that the songs, she really, really outdid herself on this album. He's a Man. She just put herself in that. And I'm not sure if she was singing from her, perspective, or was she singing it from a Breathless, as if Breathless was singing about Dick Tracy. I kind of want to say it was both, because she was with Warren Beatty, and he was a hell of a man, but she just put her whole self in that song. Now, my second favorite song is also the second track from the album. Which is Sooner or Later.
Sooner or later you're gonna be mine. Baby, it's time that you faced it. I always get my...
Now, Madonna did perform this at the Oscars, and she was beautiful. That whole era, that whole time frame, she was just so beautiful with the platinum blonde hair, and she was just glamorous. Every time I looked up, she was just in Breathless Mahoney mode. Furs and pearls and diamond rings and, you know, and full-length gloves. Madonna, I really loved you then. I mean, and I still love you now, but she was just in her ultimate glam then. I mean, she was snatched every time you saw her. She was in character, and I love that. But sooner or later, was very sexy, and she actually co-wrote it with Stephen Sondheim. Yeah, Stephen Sondheim, and you know, he is a classic, you know, songwriter, a lot of stage and screen material. So that was like her moment, just her ultimate glam. But then we get to the fun part of the album, track number 3, which is also one of my favorites, which is Hanky Panky. Okay, it's really not much. I mean, I like Hanky Panky. I didn't care for it when it came out back then, back in 1990. I thought it was really corny. But one day, I guess I was just letting my whole gayness show, and I'm cleaning the house, and all of a sudden it just caught me. It was just like, and I really think I caught on to it and really liked it during the whole swing music revival when Brian Seltzer from the Stray Cats had his band going on, and Big Bad Voodoo Daddies. And I went to a swing party, and the DJ started playing Hanky Panky, and they were just swinging to it. I mean, they were dancing and they were swinging, they were doing all the steps. And that's when I really caught on that, hey, this song is really a good song, you know? So, you know, it's a fun song to just dance to, but I catch myself singing it all the time. Sometimes I'll just be singing it out of nowhere. All right, my next favorite song on this album, and is also one of my favorite slow Madonna songs. Every time I hear the song, I think she put her whole heart into this. Which is, I mean, like I said, of any of her slow songs, this is one of my favorites. Something to Remember, which is also the title of her, her compilation of her, which actually, believe it or not, Something to Remember, the compilation of all her slow songs or her romantic songs, is my second favorite Madonna album, if not my first, because that is the dream Madonna compilation for me. And I really hope that they create a second Something to Remember. I really do. I would like to see more material like that on one album. But it's a beautiful song. It's almost like a torch song, and it's I love her voice. She's very tender sounding to me, almost vulnerable in a way. So like I said, it's definitely one of my favorite songs. Now, this is the second part. Okay, so as most of you know who have this album, there is a song on here called Now I Am Following You, which is a very, very 1920s type of tune. But then they came back and kind of did a remix for part 2. And I've always liked it. I don't know why I like it. I can't explain to you why I like Now That I'm Following You part 2. But it's a very great way to seg into the last song on the album. But it's pretty much like a 1920s jazzy remix, but it's a fun song. And I always wish I could see her perform this song live. I don't think she's ever performed many of these songs live, except for Vogue and Hanky Panky. I think she might have done Cry Baby live, but I I can't remember if she did or didn't. But yeah, Now That I'm Following You and Now I'm Following You Part 2, they're very cute songs. But Now I'm Following You Part 2 is definitely my favorite, alright? And last but not least, on I'm Breathless, which is, like I said, my favorite Madonna album and one that I feel is the most underrated. It's the anthem. It's the song that just put us as gays in the forefront. It's the song that makes you feel sexy. Hell, I get dressed to this song sometimes. You know. Powder your nose. Vogue. Pose. 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 Yes, it's Vogue. Okay. Baby, I ain't gonna even lie. Okay? That summer when Vogue came out, alright, I was going to a club here in Houston called Heaven. And let me tell you, 1 o'clock in the morning came, baby. Yes. 1 o'clock in the morning came, that dance floor was packed, okay? That DJ would turn them lights off. He started with Delight's Groove Is in the Heart and moved straight into Vogue. And then CNC Music Factory, Gonna Make You Sweat, and we danced our asses off. Okay, they even had to play Vogue back 2 times. This was before the hip hop DJs started rewinding and cutting back. Okay, we wanted to hear it more than once, and if the DJ was good, he make that bitch go on for about at least 15 minutes. All right. If you don't know what voguing is and where it came from, voguing came from the ghettos of New York. It is just basically a dance. It's a freedom of expression. You know, it's everything that it is. You know, and if you have not seen anybody Vogue, you know, get her video. Watch Pose. You know, Pose is my favorite show. Watch that. You know. But Vogue basically went #1. It had the world dancing. One of my favorite performances of Vogue was at an MTV Awards show where they did it all dressed up, you know, like the days of Marie Antoinette, you know, in Paris. It was cute. It was cute. And then performing it on the Girly Show tour. Wow, like I said, that was the summer. So pretty much, just to sum it up, if you have not listened to I Am Breathless, I suggest go ahead and stream it. You got an hour or so before Madam X comes out. If this was your favorite album, tell me your favorite songs. Tell me, you know, did you have it on vinyl? And believe it or not, this copy, I have had it since 1990. It's still in good shape. I mean, Vogue may be a little got some static in it because, you know, wore that out. But I also had the 12-inch single for Vogue and the cassette single and the CD single. So I have given Madonna plenty of my money. All right, Judy. Well, next time you see me, we'll be listening to Madam X for the first time. And we're going to discuss that and kiki about it. But until then, remember, just Vogue.
Don't just stand there, let's get to it. Strike a pose, there's nothing to it.
You tell your mama I said hey.